करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतियोपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् ध्यानं वावच्चित्ताद्भूयः ध्यायतीव पृथिवी ध्यायतीवान्तरिक्षम् ध्यायतीव द्यौः ध्यायन्तीवापः ध्यायन्तीव पर्वताः ध्यायन्तीव देवमनुष्याः तस्माद्य इह मनुष्याणाम् महत्तां प्राप्नुवन्ति ध्यानापादांशा इवैव ते भवन्ति अथ ये अल्पाः कलहिनः पिशुनाः उपवादिनः ते अथ ये प्रभवः ध्यानापादांशा इवैव ते भवन्ति ध्यानमुपास्वेति ध्यानं वाव चित्ताद्भूयः। ध्यानं नाम शास्त्रोक्त देवतादि आलम्बनेषु अचलः भिन्न जातेः अनन्तरितः प्रत्ययसन्तानः। अचलः प्रत्ययसन्तानः ध्यानं। That's what Bhashyakar explained here. तत्र प्रत्येकतानता ध्यानम। That's the Yoga Shastra explains. Ekatanata sadusha pravaha, a flow of similar thoughts. So sajatya vritti pravaha we say. So achala pratyaya santana. Achala means unbroken flow of thought. Bhinna jati anantarita, not interrupted by thoughts of different kind, meaning a flow of thought of the same kind. Ekagrata yam ahuhu, which they in the Yoga Shastra call it ekagrata, the single pointedness or the concentration. Tatah punah shantodetau tulya pratyau chittasya ekagrata parinamaha. When the cognition that has subsided and the cognition that arises are both tulya pratyau, both of them are the same, that is called ekagrata parinama. That parinama, the modification of mind, is called ekagrata. Drishyate dhyanasya mahatmyam phalatah. We see also mahatmyam, the greatness of dhyanam or meditation or concentration, we see from the results also. Katham, where do you see that? Yatha yogi dhyayan nischalo bhavati dhyana phala labhe. Well, yogi is the phalam, the result of the meditation. When yogi attains the result of the meditation. Nischala bhavati, how you find him? Firm, unmoving, unswerving, steady. Evam dhyayatyeva nischala drishyate prithvi. Similarly also, the prithvi is also nischala. Like yogi is nischala when he attains the result of his concentration or dhyanam. How yogi becomes nischala? So we find prithvi also nischala. So tasmin sati yogi nischalo vikshepraheta bhavati. Yadyapi prithivyadyasya na dhyana phalam. Although Prithvi is not meditating, therefore it is nischala or firm, but the result of the meditation is firmness. And that firmness we find in the Prithvi or the earth also. Therefore, in the secondary sense, as though the earth is meditating. Dhyativa antariksham ityadi samanamanyata. Antariksham, the space, is meditating as though. Jauhu dhyayativa, the heaven is meditating as though. Dhyandiva apaha, the waters are meditating as though. Dhyandiva parvataha, the mountains are meditating as though. Dhyantiya deva manushyaha, the devatas and manusyas or the divine manusyas are as though they are also meditating. So apam manusyanam, how do you say the waters are meditating? The meditation, the result is nischalatvam, firmness, unmovingness, and water is constantly moving. Even deva manusyaha. Devasya manusyasate deva manusyaha, either devatas and manusyas or deva-like manusyaha, God-like human beings possessing the divine wealth. So they are also moving about. How do you say they are as though meditating? Subhava aparityaga eva nischalatam ityapi drashtavyam. In case of the water, etc., the result of meditation is not in terms of firmness of the body, it is in terms of abiding in their own nature. The water does not give up its nature. The Deva Manushya also. The human beings who are like devatas or gods. And how do you call them gods? Samadhi guna sampannaha manusyaha. So the human beings endowed with or possessed of the divine attributes. Samadhi, beginning from Shama or Abhayam, Sattva Samshuddhi, as described by Lord Krishna in the 16th chapter. So human beings possessed of those attributes also are as well as devatas. And what is meant by their being firm? That they do not give up their devataness. So, Samadhi Sampannaha Manusya Deva Swaruvam Na Jahati. They also do not give up the divine nature at any time. So circumstances may be changing. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha sukheshu vigataspruha. Dukkhakam sukhakam manapamanayo stulyam tulyo mitrari pakshayo. So manam, apmanam, mitra, whatever the situation is, they remain firm in their nature. In that sense, the firmness, firmly abiding in one's nature also is called nischayatvam. In case of the water, in case of human beings. विशिष्ट साधन साध्य धनादिना महत्व प्राप्तिषु ध्यान फल लाभ एक देश दृश्यते न कृष्णम ध्यान फलम. सो तस्मात् यह मनुष्याणां महत्तां प्राप्नुवन्ति. So those among the human beings who attain some greatness, dhyanāpādāṁ ivayvate bhavanti. They become great, they attain greatness because of dhanai, vidya, gunai va, either due to wealth or due to knowledge, scholarship or due to virtues, gunai. So vishishta sadhana sadhya dhanadina mahatva praptishu. So this mahatva, the greatness they have attained as a result of wealth, knowledge, etc. Dhyana phalalabha ekadesheva drishyate. So this kind of greatness that you see in human beings is not the result of complete dhyana. Only a fraction of the dhyana is seen as greatness in these human beings, the greatness in terms of the wealth and prosperity and knowledge and and virtue, etc. अतः सर्वेषां विशिष्ट फल साधनानां ध्यान फलैकदेश संपादकत्वेन ध्यानेव अंतर्भावदपि ध्यानं विशिष्टं दर्भ. So विशिष्ट साधनानां, विशिष्ट फल साधनानां, and so the means for attaining specific results, those means may be wealth or knowledge or virtue. So dhyana ekadesh sampadakatvena, that all of them are the result of only a fraction of the meditation. Dhyana eva antarbhava. Therefore, all those results also are included in dhyana itself. So dhyanam vishishtam. Svashyakara said, Yasmat evam vishishtam dhyanam tasmat dehe loke मनुष्याणामेव धनैः विद्या गुणैव महत्वं प्राप्नुवन्ति धनादि महत्व हेतुं लभन्ते. So greatness in these people is because of dhanam or vidya or guna. Dhyanapadam shaiva. So they bhavanti. They are the recipients of the result of a fraction of meditation. So dhanasya vishishtvatvadev tatra itarasya antarbhava. Because dhyana or meditation is vishishta, is so excellent or great, therefore itarasya antarbhava, the greatness that a person attains due to wealth or knowledge or virtue also is included as a result of meditation. इत्युक्त्या तत्रैतस्य अंतर्भावेव ध्यानं विशिष्टमिति विपर्यवत्र द्रष्टव्यः. Therefore, wherever we find greatness, we see its result of meditation. That's how glorifying the meditation. So, Bhashya dhyanāpānāṁ eva dhyanasya āpādanam āpādah. Āpādanam, attainment. So, attainment of meditation. What is attainment of meditation? Dhyana phala labha ityetad. Attainment of the result of meditation. Tasya amshaha dhyanapada amshaha. Amsha avayavaha kalaha kachit dhyana phalam. Dhyana phala labha kalavantah eva atyate bhavanti. So, some fraction of the meditation, so they are the recipient, the beneficiaries of the result of some fraction of meditation. Meaning that wherever you find any greatness anywhere, greatness in terms of leadership, in terms of athletics, in terms of art, in terms of any greatness that you find, you can appreciate the greatness as the greatness arising from a fraction of the attainment of the result of meditation. So great is the meditation. A fraction of it makes person great. And how great the dhyana or meditation must be, that is how dhyana is praised or extolled. On the page 312, Bhashyakara said, so let us read the last sentence on the page 311. Dhyanapadamsha iva dhyanasya apadanam apadaha dhyana phalalabha ityetad tasya amshaha avayavaha kala kachit dhyana phalalabha kalavanta eva इत्यर्थः ते भवन्ति निश्चला इव लक्ष्यन्ते न क्षुद्रा इव. So dhyana phalalabha kalavanta ivayavate. So those people possessing any kind of greatness is a result of the fraction of the meditation. Nischala eva lakshante, we find them unswerved in their greatness. Na kshudraha eva, not like small-hearted people, not like small-minded people. We find these people large-hearted, large-minded, firmly abiding in their greatness. So Annagiri said, line 28, page 311, Dhyanasya apadanam anushtanam. So here apadanam means apadaha labha, that's what Bhashyakara said. Annagiri says anushtanam. So performing the meditation, that is dhyanapadam. Tena tat phala labho lakshate. So by lakshana vritti, the anushtanam is equal to labha. You see? So, actually, dhyana pada according to Annagiri should mean the performance of meditation. But when you perform the meditation, you surely get the result also. Therefore, you should understand the attainment of the result of performing meditation. Dhyana padamsha. Tasya amshaha dhyana yesham astide. Dhyana padam shaha. So those who have the amsha or fraction of that result of meditation are called dhyana padam shaha. So Siddhangi Dhyana Phala Labha Kalavattvamiva Sputayati. In what way do you find them? They possess the fraction of the Dhyanam. Nischalaiva Lakshante. Nischal does not mean physically, but they are quite abiding in their nature, firmly abiding in their nature, in their greatness. Evakaratama na kshudraha, excluding, not like the small people. Then Mahatsu Purusheshu Dhyana Phalanvati Drishtayati Anvayamukva Vyatirekamaha. So Mahatsu Purusheshu, the people who are Mahat or great, Dhyana Phalanvati Drishta. So Upanishad says that wherever greatness is there, some meditation must be there on the part of the person. Meaning you cannot get wealth unless you apply yourself to that. You cannot get knowledge unless you apply yourself to that. You cannot even cultivate virtues unless you apply yourself to them. So dhyana means you have to think about it constantly. In that sense, that dhyana meditation, suppose you want to cultivate good virtues, you want to be a kind person, a compassionate person, then constantly you should keep on thinking about kindness or compassion with reference to yourself. Then you can cultivate that virtue. So suppose you are pursuing wealth, you go for business, you go for some means of attaining that wealth, and you keep on meditating upon that means and the wealth, then it comes. So in that sense you can say that even the worldly greatness that people have is a result of dhyana or meditation. Anvayamuktva vyatirekamaha. On the other hand, then vyatirekam, the contrary is being stated also. Atha it is, Bhashyakara says, page 312. Same thing, other thing, Uttamavartam Vyatirekoptya Sadhayati. Same thing, the Shruti attains by Vyatireka. Atha. Atha ye punaha alpaha kshudraha kinchidapi dhanadi mahatva ekadesham apraptaha te urukta viparitaha kalahinaha kalahashilaha vishunaha paradoshodbhasakaha upavadinaha paradosham samipyamapi uktame vaditum shilam yesham te upavadinascha bhavanti. So you see great people, you see small people also. So smallness in terms of their nature here, smallness not in terms of the social status etc., small in terms of nature. Because a person can be great, even though he may not have a great social stature, he can be great by virtue, guna. Either by wealth, or by knowledge, or by virtue also you can be great. So here you find people small with reference to their virtues. They may have wealth, and they may even have, they study the books and things like that, but if they are not cultivated virtue, they are small-minded people. Atha punah alpaha, those are small people, kshudraha, little, kinchidapi dhyanadi mahatva ekadesham apraptaha. So those are unfortunate people who are not the beneficiaries of the result of even a fraction of meditation. They don't have. So no concentration may have been there, no meditation may have been there, Therefore we see in an absence of that result of meditation, which we see in greater people. So how are these small people? From their very behavior we can infer an absence of the meditation, the result of meditation in them. Kinchidapi dhanadi mahatva ekadesham aprapta. By dhanam or vidya or guna gunahi, the mahatva ekadesham, they do not gain even a fraction of that greatness. Te purvokta viparitaha, they are quite contrary to the people stated earlier. The mahatvam prapta are different, so quite contrary to them, opposite of them. How are they? Kalahina, quarrel, kalaha, shriraha, whose nature it is to quarrel. Vishuna, jealous, means paradosh udbhasakaha, always finding fault with others. There are some people always finding fault with others, that's all. Upavadinaha, worse than that. Slanderous, meaning paradosham, samipamavati, uktameva vadidam shilam yeshante, upavadasya bhavanti. Samipyavati, in front of the person. What do they do? Paradosham uktameva. In front of the people also, they expose their defects, their blemishes, their limitations, they are exposed right in front of people. You are like this and you are like that. And so, there are people like that. And called upavadina, slanderous. So this is the contrary. When you see people like that, you can infer the absence of the result of even a fraction of meditation. It's the Vyatireka. See the Tikakara, Atha Shabda, Prakuda Arthat, Arthantare Vartate, Atha Ye Punah Alpaha. So Prakuda, the discussion was about the great people. Then say Atha means what? Arthantare vartate. Now on the other hand, Atha means on the other hand. Atha urayuktebhya mahatvam praptebhya antarbhuta arthantarva viparita. On the other hand, those are quite opposite of that. Alpahate kalahineti upare vidyamanam tat shabdam akrusya vyachaste. So athaye alpa te kalahina. So in between one te shabda is added there, So पूर्व ते भाष्यकार ते पूर्व से धनादि महत्व एक अप्राप्त ते पूर्व that te comes from earlier, So te bhavan dhyanapadam shaiva te bhavanti athaye alpaha te kalahina. So one te is added there. Upavadina, upashabda, samipyati. Okay. In Vyatirikam dashayatva anvayam upasamharati. This is something funny, In between Shruti first describes, the glory of greatness. In between Alpa and again great people. So therefore, first Anvaya Vyatireka, then Anvaya Phalam Upasamharati. Then Anvaya again is concluded Athaya iti. Or the other Tikakara says, Anvaya Vyatirekaabhyam Siddhamartham Nigamayati. Or Siddhamartham, the earth that is established or proven by Anvaya Vyatireka Nigamayati is हाँ, forms of अथ ये भाष्यकार says अथ ये महत्वं प्राप्ताः धनादिनिमित्तं ते अन्यान् प्रति प्रभवन्ति प्रभवन्ति इति प्रभवः विद्याचार्यराजेश्वरादयः ध्यानापादांश इव इत्यादि उक्तार्थम् अथे महत्वं प्राप्ताः concluding the result of the meditation, those who attain that Mahatma, the greatness, Dhanani nimittam Mahatvam prapta, the greatness because of the wealth or because of the knowledge or because of the virtues. Te anyan prati te prabhava. They always are influential people. Anyan prati prabhavanti iti prabhava. So those who are able to impact other people, they are called people who are able to impact others. Prabhavashali, prabhava. So they influence others, they impact others, they lead others. Who are they? Vidyacharya, Rajeshwarada. Vidyacharya, those who are imparting knowledge, teachers. Raja, the kings. Ishvara, the masters. So Prabhunev Darshane Vidyadi Vidyacharyaha Vidya Visheshagnaha Vidvamsaha. Those who are well versed in a given discipline of knowledge. Raja Mandaleshwara. Raja Mandaleshwara. Ishvara of a certain mandala of a certain region. Ishvara Svarabhauma. So Raja applies to a king of a certain area, whereas Ishvara applies to a person, who enjoys the power over the entire earth, Sarvabhauma. Adi Sabdena Akamata Shrotriyadayo Gruhyante Ade. Akamata, people who are free from desires, those who are not bothered by desires. Shrotriya, one who is learned in the Vedas. So all of these are prabhava. They have prabhava, impact upon others. Dhyana padamsa ivat ityadi viktartham. They are also that greatness also is result of a fraction of the meditation. Incidentally, Mahsu Nishchala Darshanam Atashaddartha. What is that Ataha you are saying? Because Mahatma Phalama Atahiti. Okay, so Mahatsu Naishalyam Darshanam Ata there. So therefore, Mahatva Phalamaha, the result of the Mahatva is being stated. Ata Vasakara says last sentence. Ataha Drishyate Dhyanasya Mahatvam Phalataha Ataha Bhuyaha Chittat अतः तदुपास्व इत्यादि उक्तार्थम. So there are so many atah. So atah drisya se dhyanasya mahatvam. That mahasu naishya darshanam atah shabda. Therefore, drisya de dhyanasya mahatvam. Thus we see in great people, so greatness that the peoples display is the greatness of dhyanam or meditation. Mahatvam phalatah. Phalatah means phalatopi, from the result also. Atah bhuya chitta. Therefore, meditation is greater than chittam or intelligence. Atah tadupasva ityadi uktartham. Therefore, hey Narada, may meditate upon dhyanam. Atah vikshipta chittat ekagra chittasya antarangantvenapi bhuyastvasya uttattvaditi. Vikshipta chitta ekagra chittasya antaranga. We say it already. The person who enjoys a focused mind is closer to the self than a person with a distracted mind. And therefore also dhyanam is greater than chittam or intelligence. Then the next passage, અહીંયા જ की કરવાનું છે અને બાંધી રાખવાની જરૂર છે મને લાગે છે. Page 311, second passage. Sayodhyanam brahmetyupaste yavadhyanasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati. Yo dhyanam brahmetyupaste asti bhago dhyanad bhuya iti dhyanad bhava bhuyosteti tanme bhagavan bravitviti. Sayodhyanam brahmetyupaste. When you meditate on dhyanam as Brahma, yavad dhyanasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamachara bhavati. Yatha yat. So yavad dhyanasya gatam, whatever will be the range of the movement of dhyana or meditation, tatrasya yatha kamachara bhavati. He gets the freedom of movement. Wherever there is the range of movement, because they identify with dhyana, so it becomes as vast as dhyana. So what will be the range of the movement or range of meditation? He gets freedom of movement in the whole realm or range of meditation. Yo dhyanam brahmetyupada, that's the upasamhara. Asti bhagavo dhyanad bhuyati. For Venerable Sir, is there something greater than dhyanam or meditation? Dhyanad bhava bhuya asti. Hey Narada, indeed, there is something greater than dhyanam also. Tanme Bhagavan bravitviti. May the Venerable Sir please tell me that what is it that is greater than dhyanam or meditation. So then we read the passage on the page 312. Vijnanam vavadhyanad bhuyah vijnanena va rugvedam vijanate yajurvedam samavedam atharvanam chaturtham itihasa puranam panchamam vedanam vedam Ityam Rashim Daivam Nidhim Vako Vakyam Ekayanam Deva Vidyam Brahma Vidyam Bhuta Vidyam Kshatra Vidyam Nakshatra Vidyam सर्पदेवजन विद्या दिवं च पृथिवीं च वायुं च आकाशं च आपश्च तेजश्च देवांश मनुष्यांश्च पशुंश्च वयांसि च तृणवनस्पतीन् श्वापादानि आकीटपतङ्गपिपीलिकम् धर्मं च अधर्मं च सत्यं च अमृतं च साधु च साधु च हृदयं च अहृदयज्ञं च अन्नं च रसं च इमं च लोकम् अमुं च विज्ञानेनैव विजानाति विज्ञानमुपास्वेति विज्ञानं वाव ध्यानात् भूयः. Vijnana is knowledge. Knowledge is indeed greater than even meditation also. So why do you say that? Because knowledge is the cause of meditation. You can meditate upon something provided you know what you to meditate upon. Further, Vijnanena vai Rigvedam Vijanati. It is because of knowledge that one identifies, recognizes this Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvanam, say fourth, Ityas Puranam fifth, Vedanam, Vedam, there is grammar, Pitram, the rights for the means, Rashim, mathematics, Daivam, the natural disasters, Nidhim, all the mines, etc., the minerals, mineralogy, Vako Vakyam, logic, Ekayanam, ethics, Deva Vidya, etymology, Brahma Vidya, the other accessories of knowledge, So, Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakaran, Niruktam, etc. Brahma there means Veda. So, Brahma Vidya is the knowledge of the Anga or ancillaries of Vedas. Bhuta Vidya, the Bhutisha, science of elements. Kshatra Vidya, the science of archery. Nakshatra Vidya, the science of astronomy. Sarpa Devajana Vidya, so Sarva Vidya, science of serpents. Devajana Vidya, subject of fine arts. Devam cha prasivim cha, the heaven and the earth. One knows all of this. By Vijnana, one knows this is Prasivi, this is heaven. Vayam cha, Akasham cha, the air as well as space. Apascha, Tejascha, knows the water as well as the fire. Devamsha, Manushyamsha, knows the Devatas as well as human beings. Pashumsha, Vayamsha, knows the animals as well as the birds. Trunavanaspathin, is the grass and trees. Swapadani, ferocious animals. Akita Patanga Pipilikam, all the way up to the Kita worms, Patanga flies, Pipilika, ants, etc. So, all of these, this is an ant. And how do you know? It's by Vijnana, by knowledge that you know that this is an ant, this is a creature, this is a worm, this is a fly. Dharmam cha, adharmam cha, he knows virtue as well as vice. આપણે કરવું નથી ભાઈ કાંઈ. Then sadhu cha, asadhu, that is missing in the text. Asadhu, sadhu cha, asadhu cha, good and bad. Satyam cha, amritam cha, truth and untruth. Dharmam cha, adharma, virtue and vice. Hridayajnam cha, other pleasant and unpleasant. Annam cha, rasam cha, the food and the drink. Imam cha lokam, amam cha, this world and the other world. Vijnani neva vijanati. All of this one knows only by Vijnanam, by the knowledge. So great is the Vijnanam knowledge. Vijnanam upasveti, therefore may you meditate upon Vijnanam. Says the Tika on line 30, Dhye Vijnana Purvakatvat Dhyanasya Tato Vijnanam Andaragantvat Bhuyahitya. See, Dhyanam, you can perform meditation, provided you know what you have to meditate upon. You have to perform meditation upon Lord Ganesha. You should know Lord Ganesha, what it is, then only the meditation is possible. So, Dhye Vijnana Purvakatva. Dhyana meditation always involves an object of meditation. Dhyana means maintaining a flow of thought centered upon an object of meditation. In particular, Saguna Brahma. So, dhyana meditation is maintaining a flow of similar thoughts centered upon some manifestation of Ishvara. So, Dhye Vijnana Purvakatvat Dhyanasya. Dhyana meditation is possible only when there is a knowledge of Dhyam, what is to be meditated upon. Therefore, meditation requires the Vijnana, knowledge of what is to be meditated upon. So, Tatopi Vijnanam Antarangatva Bhuyaya. Therefore, the knowledge, Vijnana, becomes the cause for meditation. Only when you know what you have to meditate upon, then alone meditation is possible. Therefore, the knowledge precedes the meditation. What precedes is the cause, what follows is the effect. Therefore, Vijnanam is the cause of meditation. Therefore, it is superior, subtler, closer to the self. So, Vijnanam va. So, Jayasana Avesha, don't put, that's all. So, Vashyakara says, Vijnanam Bhava Dhyanat Bhuyaha. So, yes, says Narada, indeed, Vijnanam, the knowledge is Bhuyaha, greater than Dhyanam or meditation. So, what is Vijnana? The Bhashyakara explains, Vijnanam Shastrartha Vishayam Jnanam Tasya Dhyana Karanatvat Dhyana Bhuyastvam. We already discussed what is Vijnanam? Shastrartha Vishayam Jnanam. So, by Vijnana is meant the knowledge, Shastrartha Vishayam, knowledge of the subject of the Shastra. So, Shastra the Vishayam Jnana. Here, because the meditation always is upon an object which is prescribed by the scriptures. That's how Vashyakara explained Dhyanam. Shastrokta Devatadi Alambaneshu Vachalaha Pratyaya Santana. So it is, meditation should necessarily be upon an object which is prescribed by the scriptures. So Vashyakara says, that Vijnanam Shastrartha Vishayam Jnanam. The Vijnanam is a knowledge pertaining to the subject matter of the scriptures. Tasya Dhyana Karanatva. that knowledge of Ganesha, let us say, precedes the meditation upon Lord Ganesha. Therefore, dhyana bhuyastam, the vijnana, the knowledge is greater than meditation. Prakarantarenapi bhuyastam vaktum pruchyate. So, that vijnana knowledge is greater than meditation because knowledge precedes meditation. Knowledge is the cause of meditation. Prakarantarenapi. With the other reason also why the knowledge is greater than meditation. Same way, the greatness of knowledge is praised or extolled here because it is the object of meditation. Kathamedi. Same Anandagiri said, Vijnanasya ukta bhuyastam prashna purvakam darshayati. Vijnanasya ukta bhuyastam, the greatness of vijnana knowledge which is stated by Bhashyakara dhyana karana tattvat prashna purvakam darshayati, shows also is preceded by a question katham ityadina. So Bhashyakara says, Katham cha tasya bhuyastvam iti aha. So Anandagiri all the time explains that this greatness is the same as what is stated earlier. Other Tikakara says this is a different kind of greatness. That Vijnanam, knowledge is greater than meditation because it is the cause of meditation. So that's one reason why Vijnanam, knowledge is greater than meditation. Other reason is by Vijnanam knowledge you know so many other things. Rugvedari sarvastu nishyahetutvat tasya bhuyastvam. Because it is a Vijnanam, knowledge, because of which you can ascertain, hey, this is Rigveda, this is Yajurveda. So, Isheto, Jeto, oh, this is mantra of Yajurveda. Agnimire Purohitam, Rigveda. So, when you hear this mantra, identify it is Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda, this is Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. This is Ramayana, this is Mahabharata, etc. So Rugvedani sarvasya hetutvat. That knowledge is a hetu, the reason why, how you can arrive at the nishya, the ascertainment of what this is. So this is astrology, this is astronomy. So this you can recognize because of Vijnana, because of that knowledge or understanding. So Bhashyakara says, Vijnanena vai Rugvedam vijanate ayam Rugveda iti pramanataya yasyartha jnanam dhyana karanam. So Vijnanena vai Rugvedam vijanate. One knows that this is Rigveda with the help of Vijnanam or the knowledge. One identifies this is Rigveda. So Bhashyakara says, I am Rigveda iti pramanataya. Not only recognizes that this is the Richa of Rigveda, pramanataya. As soon as he hears Rigveda, his mind also this understanding comes. This is pramana. This pramanataya, that this is pramana, this is the valid means of knowledge. So what Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, etc. says, it is pramana. So he recognizes Rigveda as pramana. It is pramanataya, yasyartha. So not only he identifies the mantra of Rigveda, he knows the meaning of that mantra also, and when he knows the meaning, he is also aware that this is Pramanam. So Pramanataya Nisyartha Jnanam Dhyana Karanam. So not only the mantra of Rigveda, but the meaning of mantra of the Rigveda is what is the cause of dhyana. So meditation is based on knowledge of what is to be meditated upon. So Rigveda reveals what is to be meditated upon. Yajurveda reveals what is to be meditated upon. But still you may not meditate. But Pramanataya, you know that whatever Rigveda reveals is a valid means of knowledge. Therefore, you will be prompted to meditate upon something when you know that thing as Pramanam or as coming from a valid source of knowledge. Because somebody else may say, so I meditated upon this. So now your knowledge of what is to meditate, but then you may not look upon that as Pramanam. So where do you get this? What is this new Devi? I have never heard of that, And so different devatas keep on coming up and we don't know. And so you may not accept it as Pramana. So the person who accepts it as Pramana will meditate upon that. So many different devatas are there and we don't know about them, but those people have Shraddha in them. So when they hear about that Devi, then so this is, Pramana. So the meditation takes place provided I recognize that what I have to meditate upon, I understand what is to be meditated upon, and that is coming from a valid source of knowledge. Then I can have trust in that this meditation will yield the results that they are promised. It is that kind of vijnana which is dhyana karana. That's why Bhashyakara said, so dhyana karanatva vijnanam dhyanasya bhuyaha. Sri Ranagiri, यद्यपि प्रमाणतया तस्य ज्ञानं शास्त्रार्थ ज्ञान पूर्वकं तथापि कथं तस्य ततो भूयस्त्वं. So भाष्यकार से प्रमाणतया यस्य अर्थ ज्ञान, यद्यपि प्रमाणतया तज्ञानं शास्त्रार्थ ज्ञान पूर्वकं. Okay. So then that knowledge that this is pramana is the knowledge of the shastrartha or the subject revealed by Shastra, which is the means of the dhyana or meditation. Katham tasya tato bhuya bhuyastam. Still, how does that vijnana become greater dhyana? Bhashyakara said, yasya artha jnana dhyana karanam. It is that particular knowledge which is the means of knowledge, means of meditation. Therefore, it is superior to meditation. The Abhinav Narayanandendra gives a long commentary in the Veda, line 32. Ayam Rugveda Hayate Rugvedatva Prakarata Jnana Sati Vedatvadeva Pramanyasya. Ayam Rugveda. This is Rugveda. So then you know that Veda is Pramana. Vedatvadeva Pramanyasya. Because it is Veda, therefore it is Pramana. Pramana tadartha nisyena tadartha vishaya jnanam jayate. So what this Rigveda reveals is Pramana, and then it follows the meaning of that particular statement of Rigveda which reveals the object of meditation. Yadyapi Rigvedadi Surupaya Vijnana Vijanati evam swarth. Even though this is what Bhashyakara, Rigvedam Vijanati. Shruti says Rigvedam Vijanati. So Swarupam, this is so Agni Niyaya Purohitam, that is Rigveda. So Swarupam eva Vijnana Vijanati. Even Swara Sada Pratiyati. Even from the Shruti it looks like he has recognized that this is Rigveda. No to Rigveda iti pramanataya janati. He knows Rigveda as pramanam. That is not what the Shruti says, at least in so many words. Tavata vijnana stutirapi siddhyate. The vijnana word is great because it recognizes Rigveda. You need not even say it is pramana. Then also no Rigveda, so it is vijnana is great. Eva pasumsya vayamsi cha ityado. Similarly, when he knows animals, later on he says he knows animals and he knows earth and he knows. There is no pramanyam there. So pasumsya aswari swarupa vijnanam adaya vijnana. So he recognized this is a horse, this is a cow, this is a donkey, this is a buffalo, this is an ox. This is all vijnana. So Pashumsya, Vayamsya, this is a crow, this is a sparrow, etc. Devamsya, Manushyansya, this is sun, this is moon, this is fire. So from the description you know this is fire description, this is Varuna, this is Indra. Manushyansya, this is a prime minister, this is a great athlete, this is a movie star, So all of this you recognize by vijnana. Who is this person? Hey, this is such and such person. Pasumsya, Vayamsya, Trunamanaspati. Different kind of grass is there. This is darbha and this is there, Vanaspati, different kinds of trees are there. All of this you recognize. This peepal tree and this is lemon tree, etc. So, Swapalani, ferocious animals. So, Ityado, Aswali, Sarupa Jnanam, Adaya Vijnana, Srutir Bhaktavya. They just know that this is a horse, that's all. If Vijnana was not there, you would not have recognized the entity as horse. That you recognize entity as horse and cow and bullock is all because of Vijnana. And the Vijnana is so great that it enables you to recognize all of this. So there the Pramanyam etc. is not there. Tathapi Rigveda se Dhyana Kara Vijnana Savaktum Shakyam. But in case of Rigveda etc., that knowledge becomes a means of meditation. Therefore the Pramanyam is added in case of Rigveda. Iti Pramanataya Veda Tadartha Jnana Parinataya. So in case of Rigveda, Bhashyakara says that not only knows that this is Rigveda mantra, but he also knows the meaning of that mantra. But then only meditation is possible. Therefore in case of Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, etc., the knowledge of which is a means of dhyana, then you have to recognize not only this is a mantra of Rigveda, we should also know the meaning of that mantra. Therefore, Pramanataya, Veda, Tadartha, Jnana Parinataya, Bhakyaram. So in case of Rigveda, Yajurveda, etc., Vijnana knowledge is the knowledge of the words as well as the meaning. Pramana Jnana Seva Dhyana Karanatvariti, because only Pramana Jnana. When you know the meaning is Pramana, this is what Veda says. Therefore, this is what is to be done. And so that knowledge alone is a means of dhyana, meditation. Therefore, Pasumsya Vayamsya Ityadu Tasvaru Vijnanameva Vijnanastutyartham Vivakshitam. In case of other things, that this is an animal, this is a bird, that's all the Vijnana reveals, and that's quite enough for stuti or praise of Vijnana. Look, Dhyana Karana, you don't meditate upon horses and donkeys, therefore that knowledge is not Dhyana Karana. It is that only stuti of Vijnana. In case of Rigveda, further it is Dhyana Karana also. So Bhashyakara says, Kincha Pashvadimsya Dharma Dharmau Shastra Siddhau. So Bhashyakara, we already explained earlier, so Pashvali, and then also by Vijnana, he knows animals, etc. Then wherever some comment is added, needed Bhashyakara, Dharma, Shastra Siddha, virtue and vice, only Shastra is pramanam for Dharma and Dharma. So what is Dharma? Shastra says. So you cannot, Akhanan used to say, you are to carry leather in the temple is a dharma. So they will remove your belt, away. Because there is leather belt to put it out. But the drum, which has the leather, is still taken into temple. That's not a dharma. So which leather is dharma, which leather is adharma, only Shastra can tell you. Therefore the determination of dharma and adharma is based on Shastra. So Shastra Siddho Dharma Dharma. Then says Bhashyakara, Sadhu Asadhune Lokata Siddhe Smarteva Kincha Sadhu and Asadhu. What is good and what is bad? So how do you determine that? Lokata siddhe. So you in the day-to-day life you know this is good and this is bad, this is right and this is wrong. Or smarteva, or the Smriti tells you what is sadhu, what is asadhu, what is virtuous, what is not virtuous. पुनरुक्ति परिहाराय धर्मागम व्यतिरिक्तम sadhu asadhu shabdartham are. Because sadhu and asadhu also mean the same as dharma and adharma. So having said dharma and adharma, virtue and vice, sadhu and asadhu, good and bad, is essentially the same. So looks like punarukti. So punarukti pariharaya. Dharma adharma. So what is the difference between dharma adharma and sadhu asadhu? So Bhashyakara dharma adharma shastra siddha. Sadhu asadhu lokata siddha. So determination of dharma and adharma is from scripture. Determination of what is good and bad from our day-to-day experience. Laukike hitanhita karane. That's all. So good and bad, laukike, so whatever is hita, what brings about the well-being is called good, whatever brings about the opposite is called bad. Tayopi dharma adharma antarbhavayati, but that also is included in dharma and adharma. Iti matva arthantra smarteva, or Bhashyakara says, the dharma is what we learn from Shruti and sadhu asadhu. Good and bad what we learn from Smriti, so that way punarukti is not there. Tatasya dharmadharma shabdene vaidikayoho eva govali vardanyayana grahanam sadhu asadhu shabdena smarta grahanam apaunaruktam ityartha. So by dharma you see Vaidika, what is read by Vedas, and by sadhu asadhu what is read by Smriti. Go bali vardanyayana. What is go bali? Go means a cow. Bali varda means an ox. Ox also is cow only. A male cow is called ox. So when you say go, it includes ox. Gam anaya, bali vardam cha anaya, they say. Gam anaya, bali vardam cha anaya, bring the cow and bring the ox. See, in Sanskrit, the word go is both masculine, feminine, as well as masculine. So, masculine go is bali, is ox. So, when you say gam anaya, that means it also includes bringing the ox. Then why do you say balivardhan anaya? Even though balivardhan also is go, it is a specific kind of go, therefore, it is not called punarukti. So, gam anaya Balivardhan is not called Punarukti because Balivardhan possesses some Visheshta. Balivardhan Durdamyatva Jnapana Paratvena. This is Balivardhan, is an ox, Durdamya, difficult to control. So you are cautioning, bring the cows as well as bring the ox. So you use the word ox to alert him that this cow is difficult to bring, difficult to control. Not even cow also is not easy to control, but then ox is more difficult to control, and so therefore, since ox, even though it is male cow, it possesses something, some distinction which is more than a regular cow in terms of its being difficult to control. So also dharma and sadhu asadhu. Dharma is sadhu and adharma is sadhu. So sadhu asadhu did not say. But still, since dharma says something more, therefore it is Vaidika. So therefore dharma Vaidika and sadhu smarta. That's how distinction is made. Sapaunarutyam. Then Bhashyakara says, Drishta Drishta Vishancha Sarvam Vijnane Vijanate Ityartha. So Drishta Drishta Vishayam also, what is seen and what is unseen, all of these one knows by Vijnana. So says the Tika, Pashvadvikam Drishta Vishayam, Dharmadvikam Adrishta Vishayam Viveka. So what you see, perceive with your eye, etc. is Drishta Vishayam, whatever. That is perceptual. Adrishta is Dharma is Adrishta. All of this also, Vijnane Vijanadi. He knows by Vijnana, by the knowledge. Tasmat Yuktam Dhyana Vijnanasya Bhuvistvam Ataha Vijnana Upasvete. Tasman Yuktam Dhyana Vijnanasya Bhuvistvam. For all this reason, it is quite proper that Vijnana knowledge is superior to Dhyana or meditation. Ataha. So Bhuvistva Phalam, therefore, Vijnana Upasveti. In Narada, we meditate upon Vijnana, we meditate upon meditation, meditate upon concentration, meditate upon knowledge. We meditate upon Vijnana or knowledge. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Yapurnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaram Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavanto Vanah Vanah Ishvaro Guru Atmedi Murti Veda Vibhagine Yoma Vadyakta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.